Hello, everyone. It's been a really long time since I have done a tea time with Tia, and I figured why not bring it back? The world has been insane, but it looks like things are getting better now. I mean, I feel like when I started this segment of Tea Time with Tia for Geek Vibes Nation, we were in the heart of everything. And now it looks like things are kind of moving to get better. I mean, uh, people are getting vaccinated. Looks like New York Comic Con is going on. Movie theaters are opening back up. I mean, Black Widow is actually in the theaters, and shameless plug, but you can check out my review for Black Widow down below, as well as the spoiler-ish review that Dom and I did on YouTube down below as well. I'll link that. So a lot has been going on, and honestly, life just kind of got in the way. And I was still doing the top 10 with Brittany, and I was still doing the Marvel Cinematic Review with all of, my favorite people over at Geek Vibes Nation. But Tea Time with Tia, I just really didn't have any time to do a separate segment like this. So I don't know how frequently I'm going to be doing these segments, perhaps monthly, honestly, once a month, but maybe even more. But I was like, let me dip my toes in the water. Let's get back into it. Geek Five Nation is really thriving. When I was doing the Tea Time with Tia, I don't even think we had like 500 subscribers, and now we have over 1,000 subscribers, and that is so amazing. Thank you all who are subscribed. If you're not subscribed, please do. We have a plethora of amazing content for you to, view. So please check it out. But so what are we talking about today on Tea Time with Tia? I don't even have my cup. I just decided to turn this on and say, let's go. Actually, I'm gonna cut this and edit me going and getting my cup with tea. So give me 1 second. Here we go, and we're good. All right. So what are we talking about on this Tea Time with Tia? Um, Frankly, something that I have been really kind of obsessed with lately, and that is Grand Theft Auto. I want to say a couple of months ago, me and Jawan did a review for Grand Theft Auto 5. I will link that also down below. And so, I always like to, anytime we talk about games, whether I'm talking about games on the top 10 or we did in the review, I always like to preference that I'm not a gamer. I mean, I grew up playing video games. My grandpa has the original Nintendo still to this day, and I used to play Duck Hunt and, Super Mario Brothers. And then I had my N64 and, used to play Super Smash Brothers. And then I had the PS2, which was like, to me, the holy grail of, gaming systems. I mean, and I've been very vocal that I loved SSX Tricky, which is this fantastic snowboarding game. I mean, when I was like 14, 15, 16, whatever, I spent like days, hours, weeks, playing that. But then kind of once I got older and once the PS2 really stopped circulating, and then we got the PS3 and the PS4, I didn't get into games that much. Games seemed to shift more into shooting games, which I wasn't a big fan of, and then first player perspective, which I was not a fan of. Like for me, video games, I was so used to playing where things were turned to the side, or third person view, and maybe a fighting game like Tekken or Dragon Ball Z, or again then playing snowboarding where you're like behind them. So it's like, to me, as sorry, the sirens. As like video games really transformed, I felt as if I just wasn't transforming with them. And so I really wasn't a video game person. I've been very vocal that, my PS3 for the longest, I was just using to watch Netflix. Same thing with the PS4. Until a few months ago, my boyfriend, he plays No Man's Sky on PS4, and then he downloaded Grand Theft Auto 5 because he was just kind of, I guess, wanting something different. And I was watching him and, X, Y, and Z one day. And I like driving games. I used to play like California Speed and all that. So one day I asked him, hey, let me, take the wheel essentially, because he likes the shooting parts of the game. So long story short, that led into me just being absolutely obsessed with GTA 5. I played it, multiple times. I've beat the game, not bragging, but I beat the game like twice, not 100% completion. I mean, I just feel like that's impossible. And I'm not really online just because people are really trying to like kill you every 2 seconds on GTA Online. But anyway, my whole point is that once I played GTA 5, I kind of felt like the itch to continue playing the game. And, you were able on PS4 to download San Andreas and Vice City. And, I tried playing those, but I think the graphics and the way to play was so different than GTA 5 that it really just kind of took me out. And so, long story short, I ended up ordering a used copy of GTA 4 for the PS3. Thank God I keep my systems. I'm kind of a hoarder when it comes to old systems. So, slipped in GTA 4 into my PS3, and I am in love with GTA 4. I kid you not. I love GTA 4. The whole story of Nico Bellic and his time in Liberty City, which is so a, knockoff of New York City. And I just, oh my gosh, I loved it. I already beat the story. I then downloaded the 2 DLCs, The Ballad of Gay Tony and The Lost and Damned, went through those, and now I'm replaying GTA 4. I know what you're probably saying, like, wow, Tia, you have no life. That's what happens when you work from home, I guess. You make your own hours and you can just kind of mess around whenever you feel like it. But yeah, um, I found that besides the graphics, the graphics obviously aren't as good as GTA 5, considering GTA 4 came out in 2008, GTA 5 came out in 2013, and continues to get updated, the graphics and all that. So, yeah, I mean, if you are a graphics person, and I know I just said San Andreas and Vice City, I couldn't really play because of the graphics, but for me, I feel like GTA 4, the graphics are still modern enough that it doesn't take me out of my element. And also on the PS3, the controls are so similar to the PS4. There's really only like 1 or 2 differences, but you still use enough of the same controls that, because when I was playing San Andreas, like just for an example, for those who maybe are like computer players or whatever, if you want to drive in GTA 4 and GTA 5, you use R2, right? But in Vice City and San Andreas, you have to use the X button, and it was too much. I don't know. So anyway, I love the story of Nico Bellic. I do love the story of GTA 5. I was saying that in our review, the whole, you play as 3 people and their own different story. You have the retired bank robber, you have the unhinged, crazy guy, and then you have the up and coming, kid who's trying to make a name for himself. Like, I really love the story. And for me personally, I always pick option 3 because I cannot kill Michael or Trevor. So I want Franklin to hang out with both of them in the post story, playing mode or whatever. So, but the story of GTA 4 is less wacky. Like in GTA 5, and then, believe me, I love all the like the funny little Easter eggs and the little, strangers and freaks missions, and just how much of a commentary it is on things like Facebook and such like that. Like, I love that. Don't get me wrong, but it's like you have Nico Bellic who is so just serious, and he's coming over from overseas. He fought in a horrible war. He was betrayed. He did some really awful things in between, and he comes to Liberty City to meet with his cousin who promised him this, wonderful life, and instead he's slumming it, and then Nico gets involved in all these mobsters and this and this and that, and it's like, he goes through betrayal, he goes through love, he goes through, you know, so many different things. And I just loved like how like sullen his story was, and how, you know, it's just it's this story that is so good to me, and I loved every moment of playing it. I felt as if there was so much more that got put into this game, you know, story wise at least. And even the DLCs are great. I love the Ballad of Gay Tony. I love the Lost in the Dam, which, going back and playing it and seeing and playing as Johnny in the Lost in the Dam, and then you play GTA 5, and the beginning is literally Trevor, you know, kind of sucks. And I'm like, oh man, I'm playing this whole DLC as this guy, and I know what his fate is in GTA 5. But anyway, I digress. You know, the story to me is just one of you know, Nico Bellic. He clearly does things for money, obviously, but he has this like moral center, and in the end, he really does want, say, more of a settled down life. But he understands that he just, you know, maybe that's not possible for him with everything that he's seen. You can make a lot of decisions in GTA 4, you know, if he exacts revenge on the person who betrayed him back when he was home in, you know, Eastern Europe. You can decide whether to work again with someone who betrayed you early in the game. And, you know, there is a decision at the end of GTA 4, similar to GTA 5, and unfortunately, there's really no happy ending, which sucks. You know, as a player, you may feel a little like you want a happy ending, but it's real. It's such a real story, this whole thing with Nico. And I just really enjoy it. And so, you know, from a story perspective, I really like GTA 4, and I have to say I like the story better than GTA 5. As I said, I like GTA 5. I like this story. I like the three perspectives, which you kind of get with GTA 4 with the DLCs if you download them. But GTA 4, I just love, you know, that Nico can do all these things. And that's another thing. You can do a lot with Nico. You can hang out with a lot of people, not just, you know, one or two. You have a lot of activities you can go to. I love that in GTA 4, there's actual like consequences if you call your friends enough. You know, they give you a thumbs up or a thumbs down. That's not something you have in GTA 5. I enjoy that in GTA 4, Nico can eat. You know, they took that away in GTA 5. So, you know, those are little things that I enjoy about GTA 4 a lot more than I enjoy about GTA. So those are things I like about GTA 4 more than I like about GTA 5. I'm trying to think what else. You know, controller wise, it I'm okay with both games, how their driving is. You know, with GTA 5, it's a lot more whizzing around and all that. GTA 4 is a little bit more realistic. You know, if you bang the car up enough, it's gonna get set on fire, which can kind of get a little annoying if you're in the middle of like a race or trying to escape from like the cops, and you know, you're obviously going to bang into things as you're escaping, and then all of a sudden your freaking car goes up in flames. You know, it's a little annoying. And I will say that GTA 5, I'm so happy that they have like checkpoints in their missions, and also you have the option to maybe skip. You know, if it's a really difficult mission, like you have no idea how many times there were missions in GTA 4 that, you know, I'm doing the mission at the very end, you fail something, and then you have to redo the entire mission. There is no skip, there is no checkpoints or anything. You literally have to drive to them. So it's like, don't get me wrong, GTA 5 improved in a lot of things. I like the weight though of the cars in GTA 4. Like you really feel like there's a weight to them. GTA 5 did improve though with the motorcycles, although the Lost in the Dam, the motorcycle play isn't bad, which I would expect because it's a whole freaking DLC about a biker gang. Um, so yeah, I mean, you know, GTA 5 is really good in a lot of ways. It's a lot of fun. People are, you know, discovering new Easter eggs every day. I think the developers have said that they're like, people still haven't found every single thing that they have out there. So again, appreciate all that. I like the map a lot. But GTA 4, just story wise, I like the shooting a lot better actually in GTA 4 than I like in GTA 5, the way things lock on. Again, I mean, I wish that GTA 5 include eating. I wish GTA 5 include like actual consequences if you don't hang out with friends or something, because they'll actually stop being your friend or stop being your girlfriend or your boyfriend or whatever, you know? So, you know, there's that, but that and you know, I do like that in GTA 4, Nico and stuff can eat. But I will say that GTA 5, I do like that the health kind of goes back on its own. In GTA 4, I did have to use a little bit of cheat codes to get the health back because it didn't rejuvenate enough while you're in the middle of your freaking battles and everything. But story wise, I just love the story of Nico and Roman. I would love to see Nico back. I know that there's some not discrepancies, I'm sorry. There's some bad blood between the actor who voiced Nico Bellic and Rockstar. As far as I've heard, it's a money issue, which always sucks. I'm not sure if that's something that Rockstar could, you know, handle with the actor, or even bring in a new actor who can kind of speak similarly. Because I think Nico is supposed to be Serbian, and maybe actually get someone who is Serbian to play him. I don't know. I'd love to see Nico back. I mean, we're getting rumors that GTA 6 isn't coming out till 2025. So I mean, at that point, it's going to be so far from like where GTA 4 is. Nico's going to be old at this point, but it would just be nice to have these little like sprinkles of older characters. I mean, we saw it obviously with Johnny, although I wouldn't want Nico to meet an unfortunate end like Johnny did in GTA 5, but we see Packy McCreary pop up in GTA 5. So it'd be nice to see what the hell is Nico and Roman doing right now, depending on what ending of GTA 4 is canon. It's like, is Roman still alive? Are him and Mallory still together? Did they have a baby? Did Nico get married? I'd love to know these things. So my whole point in this tea time with Tia, is just to say that I like playing GTA 4 more than I like playing GTA 5. Yesterday, I went to play GTA 5 and I found myself kind of getting a little bored. And maybe that's just from me, you know, having beat the game twice already, and now I'm in the middle of the third one. So it could totally be that. But, you know, and I try playing online, but I suck so badly at playing online that it's just not really fun for me. I did hear there were rumors apparently that Rockstar is adding more to GTA 5, but I'm unclear if it's more that they're adding to GTA Line or it's more that they're adding to say the actual story, which would be cool. I'd like to see more story in GTA 5. I, you know, I never looked at what the time is, but it feels as if GTA 4 is longer than GTA 5. And that could be because, you know, how hard they make their missions, the fact that there's no skip, the fact that there's no checkpoints or anything. So it could be that, but I don't know. GTA 4 just has such an amazing, rich story. I absolutely love Nico Bellic. If you look at any list, you know, from any other outlet of ranking GTA characters, they always put Nico Bellic as number one, and honestly, he deserves it. After playing GTA 4, GTA 5, the DLCs, you know, and kind of dipping my toes into San Andreas and Vice City, even though I haven't, you know, completed them, so I can't put that much of sorry, I can't, you know, have that much opinion about those characters because I haven't played it. But as far as what I have played, Nico Bellic is certainly my favorite character. So yeah, I mean, let me know what you think. Please comment down below. Please like this video. We have new sponsors. We have Bones Coffee Company. I'm a huge coffee drinker, even though this is tea time with Tia. And we also have a energy drink sponsor, Ray's Energy Drink. We're waiting on some supplies from them so that we can have in our videos, but I will put those links down below. Please make sure that you are subscribed to this channel. We do a lot. We are kicking asses, taking names and all that. New York Comic Con is around the corner. San Diego Comic Con is virtual this year, and we're going to be covering it all. So please make sure that you're subscribed, you like, you follow, and please let me know which GTA character is your favorite character? Bye.